It is very important that you understand that there are some issues involved with 12-volt fridges. Some of these issues are bigger than others, but they are all things that you need to know before spending your hard-earned money on a fridge. The first thing to know about 12-volt refrigerators, in order for them to make things cool, they have to displace all of the hot air that is inside. So with your refrigerator, once you plug it in and you power it up, all of that hot air that's inside, that has to be dispersed somewhere else. Unlike an air conditioner in your house, where the back portion faces outside and all of that hot air is getting blown to the exterior of your home, with the 12-volt refrigerator, all of the hot air that's being pumped out to make that refrigerator cold, that is being dispersed into your vehicle. In the summer, that creates a very, very big problem. It can make being in a vehicle very uncomfortable. The upside to that, the bonus of that, is in the winter, of course, your 12-volt refrigerator can actually help warm up your vehicle. So that is an added bonus. However, again, in the summer months, a 12-volt refrigerator is just going to add to the complexity of being able to keep you cool in a vehicle. One of the biggest issues that we need to discuss is how you are going to power your 12-volt refrigerator. Here's what I mean by that. I am very lucky in that I have a hybrid. I have a Toyota Prius. So I simply plug my fridge into the 12-volt port, and that powers my fridge 24/7, 365. However, that does come at a cost. And that cost is I have to run my car 24 hours a day to power my fridge. Now, I'm lucky I can do that because I have a hybrid, and the fuel, the gas, is very inexpensive. If you don't have a hybrid or a plug-in or something along those lines, you have to think of, do I really want to run my car all day to power my refrigerator? Because that's going to burn fuel, which is expensive. It's going to add to wear and tear on your vehicle, which is not good. So I don't recommend that if people have a conventional car, again, a non-hybrid or a non-plug-in. So that leaves two options. You can power your fridge with some type of portable power station, and that's how a lot of nomads actually power their fridge. And it is very, very good. It works. It's efficient. The problem with that is that power station is going to run down eventually, depending upon how many watts you have. So it could run down in 6 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, 2 days, whatever it might be. Once your power station runs down, now you have the added problem of powering back up, recharging your power station. So you have to recharge the power station, whether it be in a Starbucks or another store, or by plugging into your 12-volt port, and hopefully you have more than one in your vehicle. So that it could take multiple hours. And while your power station is charging, what are you going to plug your fridge into? So that is the conundrum that you're going to have to deal with when you get a 12-volt refrigerator. Now, the third option is you could power your fridge off of a portable power station, and you could feed solar panels into your power station, and the solar panels would pretty much give you unlimited electricity or power to the power station, as long as it's sunny and the weather conditions are good. So that is the third option. But the problem with that one is the time and expense of adding solar panels to the roof of your vehicle, having to deal with weather issues. If it's not sunny, you're not going to be getting power into the power station and all of that. So again, do not buy a 12-volt refrigerator until you can figure out exactly how you are going to power it, because that is by far the number one issue when it comes to 12-volt fridges. 12-volt refrigerators, even if you get a small one or a medium-sized one, they are bulky and they take up a lot of space. And here's the thing, people, when you live in a vehicle of any kind, space is at a premium. Every square inch of space is super duper valuable. You know, I have friends that live in very, very tiny compact cars like Mini Coopers and things like that, especially if you're in a vehicle like that where you really can't afford to give up any room at all. You have to give serious consideration to, hey, do I want to have a big bulky 12-volt refrigerator in my car? So that's something for you to decide. Even if you don't have a very compact or very tiny car, again, even a small 12-volt refrigerator takes up room. I have ample space in my vehicle, but that's me. You have to figure out the best place that you're going to keep your 12-volt refrigerator. Many nomads put them in the back in the cargo area of their vehicle. So there are many places to put them. Just know that, again, no matter which size you get, you are going to lose valuable space in your vehicle, which is not really good. But if you do want to keep foods cold, then you have to decide if that is the right move for you. While most 12-volt refrigerators have a temperature setting, you can adjust it up, down to your preference, colder, warmer, etc. It can be very difficult to regulate the inside temperature, even though you can set it to be whatever you'd like. The foods that are on the bottom get colder than the ones on top. And this might not sound like a big problem, and no, it's not the end of the world, but there are many times where I've spent money on food that was wasted because I put certain foods on the bottom of my fridge and they froze and they just went bad because they got too cold and things of that nature. So again, not a huge difference, not a deal breaker in terms of should you get a fridge or not. But something to keep in mind with these fridges is that, yes, regulating the temperature can be very difficult. The exception to that is they do make brands like Iceco and Dometic and other fridges like that, typically the more expensive ones. They do make what they call dual zone fridges. And basically what dual zone fridges are, just like your refrigerator at home, instead of having one big open box that you can use as a refrigerator or a freezer, dual zones allow you to have both. So you can have one side set to a freezer and the other side set to a refrigerator. And the big benefit of that is regulating the temperature is obviously a heck of a lot easier. So again, if you want to avoid any drama, any complications, wasting foods and things of that nature, get a dual zone refrigerator. It is going to be a big help. Next up on the list, let's talk placement of food items. Again, guys, this one here is not a deal breaker by any means, but it is going to be one of those pain in the ass issues that you're just going to have to live with when you have a 12-volt refrigerator. Instead of me telling you, let me show you what I mean right now by giving you a visual. So here's what I mean by placement of foods can be difficult in a 12-volt fridge, guys. As you could see, I have about, my fridge is about maybe 90% filled here, which is good enough for me to show you this example. If I wanted to get something on the bottom, I literally have to dig through, I have to wade through all of this stuff on top to get what's on the bottom. Now, again, is that a major to-do? Is that a major deal breaker in terms of a, getting a fridge? Absolutely not. But it is a pain in the ass. And, especially if you have issues, like if you have arthritis or similar, medical issues, getting to your foods at all times could be a little bit problematic. I've actually heard that from several older nomad friends that I have. Not a major issue, but definitely something to keep in mind. It's kind of like a treasure hunt. And, nomads, we actually have a very popular joke. When you ask a nomad what's for dinner, they normally tell you whatever is on top. Just because, whatever on top is the easiest here. So, yeah, another issue that you're going to have to keep in mind, not a major one, but definitely something to be aware of when you get your 12-volt refrigerator. Do yourself a favor, guys. I have a great video that just shows you exactly the types of food that I keep in my 12-volt fridge. It's pretty informative. You don't have to follow it step by step or to a T, but it might give you some ideas. It might give you some inspiration. And if you want to take a look at that, you can watch it right here. So go check out that video. I think you're going to like it. And I will see you guys in my next video.